Hi everyone, this is Yvette Michelle here from Crafted Spaces. I wanted to share with you guys the process behind how I designed my capsule wardrobe and how I came about to select the fabric and patterns that I'm going to be working with and sharing with you guys later on. So one of the first things that I wanted to do, as I mentioned, is that I had gone through my closet and I completely purged all of the items that were the wrong size or just didn't suit my style anymore. Items that I had had in some cases for a really long time. But what I was left with was a selection of items that some of which just didn't have anything to go with them anymore, but I really loved and wanted to keep. So this was the first place that I started because the idea was that I wanted to start with items I already owned and of course find ways of complementing those items. Once I'd identified which items I really wanted to keep, I started looking at the colors and some of the things that I really liked about the existing closet that I have, a wardrobe that I currently have. And I went to, of all places, the hardware store, and I got swatches of colors. So what I did was I selected a number of different swatches in different colors that I felt suited my personality, my lifestyle, and the things that I like now, and also went with the clothing that I decided to keep. So these were the colors that I sort of came up with to create my color palette. And as I said, these originally was basically me selecting a bunch of paint chips from the hardware store and kind of going through bit by bit in each color as to which ones I really loved. Once I had these, it was really helpful because I could then look at my existing fabric stash and see what fabrics I had that best suited these colors. I would then go through different types of fabric and I would have a little bit of a selection. And of course, my fabric stash is quite substantial. So there's a lot of materials that I already had and I didn't want to really go out and buy new materials, ideally. But it's a great place to start if you already have a stash. What's also great with having these paint chips is that even if you don't have a stash, it gives you a bit of a guide for when you go to the fabric store to be able to match the colors of fabric as you may go from one store to the other. The other big thing for me was going and seeing what styles was already being sold in the stores that I really liked and what things I felt was really kind of complementary to what I already had in my closet. I had a number of styles that I really liked and I thought, okay, I'd basically look now for commercial sewing patterns that match those styles. So one of the things that I did, as I said, was go to the store, figure out what styles I like, and then I would go onto the commercial websites and identify patterns that I felt was a really good complement to those styles. What I did was to take the line drawings from those, and I'll just show you guys this. I just created my own little line sheet, and this was basically done so that I can see how the different styles looked next to each other, how they complemented each other as a collection. I also then created for myself a project schedule. This allows me to basically see how long it's going to take for me to do each different style and how much time I need to allocate in order to get them done. You can choose to do this, or you can simply decide to create a bit of a journal for yourself, anything that's going to keep you on track. The other most important thing that we want to do is also going to be to take our body measurements. I have a blog post that talks about how to take your body measurements, which I hope will be helpful. You can visit our blog. I'll leave the link in our comments below or in our description below. And what you can do is you can use that as a guide for helping you to figure out your body measurements as you go to the next step of picking out your patterns. So I hope you guys will continue to join us and that you're going to enjoy our sew along. Thanks so much.